Live one-on-one conversation, 30 minutes of pure entertainment with musicians, writers, and actors to motivators, chefs, and even rappers to up-and-comings with the it factor. It's the Jazzie K Ward coming at ya. Have fun, some smiles, a few laughs. Tune in, chime in, sit back, relax. Have fun, some smiles, a few laughs. Jazzie After Dark.
Hey, music makes the world go round, right, y'all? What's up, everybody? I'm Jazzie K Ward, and welcome to another edition of Artist Talk. Happy spring to everybody. I see people coming in the room. Rose Lady Edmond, thank you so much. If you don't know Rose Lady in the Jazz Lovers Corner, shame on you. Hey, Deborah, my brother Timothy, we got Chicago in the house. We got Atlanta in the house. We got Alabama in the house. We got Jersey. I see Dr. Chantel Graham is with us tonight. You don't want to miss our health and wellness segment. You know what, y'all? I'm just ready to go ahead and start the show. Are you guys ready? Go ahead and start sharing the videos, and let's kick off Artist Talk right now.
Live from WKRW, welcome to Artist Talk, a live one-on-one conversation with your host, the man with the golden voice, Jazzie K Ward.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Again, welcome to Jazzie After Dark Artist Talk. I'm Jazzie K Ward. Yo, I don't know. I had a great weekend, a beautiful weekend. It was a beautiful, absolutely beautiful weekend here in Alabama. I hope wherever you were across the world, you had an amazing weekend. Again, thank you so much for your support each and every Monday of the show Artist Talk. Again, Deborah, I see Costella. If you don't know Costella, shame on you. She's in California. They know how to party. My friend Colleen, thank you so much. Kansas City in the house. We got Jersey in the house. All that in the house. So what did you guys do this weekend? Did you all watch the Oscars? You know, I know people. It's like, Anyway, KWardRadio.com is my YouTube channel. Please like the page. Like the page. Go over there. It's two little dots right there. Hit it twice. KWardRadio.com is my website. Please subscribe to the website. And if you don't do any of those things, shame on you. If you don't support everybody that's on this page, our artist tonight, Saxophonist MERLON DEVINE, shame on you. I see my bestie is in the room. She's also in Jersey. We got Nicole Murray in the house, aka the Owner B. What's up, my friend Chris? Well, let's go ahead and kick off the show. Don't forget, make sure you do the hashtag shame on you. If Jazzie doesn't talk too much, hopefully we can give away a prize, tonight. So do hashtag shame on you. Hey, Jeffrey. Friday Night Live with my friend Kat Carter. We love some Kat Carter. St. Louis is in the house. Well, everybody, my special guest tonight, Mr. MERLON DEVINE. So this brother, he grew up in Little Rock, Arkansas, with a singing mother, father who played the guitar, along with 9 siblings. That was filled with, I'm sure, a lot of love, and it also said gospel music. MERLON and his wife, they have 3 kids. They live in the DC metro area. I'm so excited to have him as my special guest tonight. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome recording artist and saxophonist MERLON DEVINE Artist Talk.
Hey, what's going on?
I always started off this, MERLON, come on in the room.
Yeah.
How are you, my friend?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for letting me be on the show. It's an honor.
Good. Hey, my brother, it's a pleasure. I always tell people, I appreciate you taking the time, I'm sure, out of your busy schedule, just to spend a few moments with me talking about your career, your amazing career, your music, how we can support you. Yeah. And, shame on me for not knowing you sooner.
Hey, it's all right. We're going to make up time, right? Make up lost time.
We're going to make up lost time. I see Sheila also in the room. I think it's Kendra. I hope I said your name right,
Kendria.
Yeah,
Kendria at What's Kind One Productions. That's who I was with this past weekend in Chicago with the tribute. So yeah, it was she's a great lady.
Wow. How was the trip to Chicago?
It was wonderful. It was cold, of course, that's Chicago, But it was a great event. It's called a tribute, and we honored Art Porter Jr. and Grover Washington Jr. and Marcus Adams was on that concert, as well as Brittany Atterbury. So the 3 of us just threw down. We had a great time.
Okay. I'm going to talk about that later because I think you and I talked about it when we met last Friday. It's like I was a huge Art Porter fan. Grover Washington Jr.
Come on, it's impossible to be in this genre and not know those 2 names.
Impossible.
Yeah.
Right. Impossible. Shame on you if you don't know those artists, right? I see everybody. And again, if you have questions for our guest tonight, make sure you put your comments in the section. The comments there. We'll do our best to answer those. We have recording artist Terrence Thompson, also my brother in the room. Good evening to you, Terrence Thompson. So good to see you, my brother. So MERLON, we're gonna go ahead and get into the groove of the show. So I have this segment called The Real You. It's just the heart and soul of who Merlon Devine is, right?
Okay.
Outside of your professional music career, so
All
we
right.
can get to know you a little bit better,
Okay.
okay? So my first question is this: what are the parts of yourself that you protect the most?
Oh man, my I would say my self-esteem.
Okay.
Because with what I do in music, or that's full time. I've been doing that. I'm having to deal with a lot of different people, artists, hosts, uh,
Mhm.
concert people, and things like that. So, and I have to make sure that I'm well balanced. I'm taken care of. That I'm able to give them the best that I can. And so I have to,
Right.
I can't be worried about what people are feeling at times about this
Mhm.
song, that song. I have to make sure that I'm being true to who I am so that I can put out the best that I am and hopefully reach the most people I can with a true version of me.
Right. I love that response.
Yeah.
That's a good. I like that. I like that. Thank you so
Cool,
much
cool.
for answering that. What do you wish you had more time to do?
Oh wow. I would say travel outside of, I like to try I get to travel a lot, but with my travel, I'm always working, I'm playing, which I love that too. So that's cool.
Right.
But to spend time in places and actually see the area outside of what I get to do. And
Okay.
my wife helps me a lot with that because she loves that. And when she travels with me,
Mhm.
we'll find a lot of time to do that.
Right.
And, so that I do enjoy. I wish I could do more of that.
Okay. Is it a special place you think you would like to visit? Anywhere particular?
Oh, man, I like San Diego.
You like San Diego? Yeah, we
Yeah,
talked.
yeah. Yeah, San Diego is a beautiful place. The weather is always perfect. The times we've been there, at least, and so to me, that's just a wonderful place to hang out.
Yeah.
Wow, there's so many great places all over the country. We're going to do some more traveling as we get into these years of our life. So,
Life. Okay. That's wonderful. Another question is, what's your most consistent prayer?
um, I would say that God protects my family.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I want them to be healthy, whole. I want them to be at peace. I want them to be fulfilled and
Right.
and honored. You know what I'm saying? So my wife and I. We kind of pray for that. I would say mainly and most consistently is for our family's protection,
Okay. I love that.
welfare.
I
Yeah.
love that. And I actually have one more. Normally I try to do three, but I just got one more for you.
Okay.
So what brings you joy?
Oh, great music, man. I think what I love to play, but I think what helps me the most is when I see the effect of that music on people's lives and how it hits them.
Right.
And so that kind of completes that whole cycle. I feel like, God's playing through me and giving me these songs and giving me these expressions. And when I can see those things affect people's life that hear them,
Right.
man, that's a joy right there. Just to know that, hey, that did something for me. What you played, what you said, how you did this, I'm good. So that helps me a lot.
That was like I love that because
Yeah.
people, what we've been going through, Merlon, music brings me so much joy.
Yeah.
And that it's kind of going into like my next question is like, the pandemic things are slowly starting to open up.
Yeah.
And for you, like what was life like before the pandemic for you and your family?
Yeah, I stayed on the road every weekend. I was traveling, and then I was doing, and still now, predominantly music ministry. I would travel and I'd be a guest artist at a church every Sunday, and it's unique that I get to do what I do because I get to take smooth jazz to churches
Right,
and present that on
right,
Sunday mornings
right,
and explain it to them, and then play it. And then I meet so many people at the churches that come out and they're like, I'm so glad you're here because I don't really get to hear this at church, and now to get to hear it and you playing it and you explaining how you feel like God gave this to you, and it's so beautiful. So that's what I was doing every week, every week, every week. And the pandemic came, of course, interrupted all of that, not just for me, but everybody in the whole world.
for
And
everybody.
uh, and we had to kind of take a turn and just chill. And I started doing more, streaming things and lives, stuff like that. But it was a good time to spend time with family. Of course, I'm sure many have that testimony of because we had to. But I
Right.
thank God that we have such a great relationship and we're able to just bond together. And it was a great time that the 2 years or whatever.
Yeah, 2 years. I was thinking about a lot of that time when you talk about music and music is healing, you know, with especially I always think with in our community, especially say the African American community with mental health awareness, music, I think does that. It's healing
Yeah.
for us. And I'm sure even in your ministry, when you're in church,
Yeah.
that's healing for you too, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah. And I get scriptural basis from that. You know, if you ever read about David and Saul,
Mhm.
Saul was a king, and he would always call for this musician to come and play for him when he wasn't feeling well, and that was David. And so, and every time he played, Saul felt better. And so that was music therapy right there. You know, and I believe that that's still happening now. I get to see that effect. I spoke about it earlier. That joy that I get when I feel or I hear people talk about, hey, what is the music doing in your life? How is it hitting you? Are you feeling better? Is it inspiring you? Is it making you happy? So those are I really believe that's important that we pull that from music today.
Right. I love that. I'm going to ask you this too. I'm not going to get to church, y'all, on the show. But Berlin, do you have a favorite scripture? You have a favorite?
Oh wow. Um, Man, you hit me with that one. Yeah,
Really?
I do.
Okay.
And a lot of them. One that comes to mind, and I probably should be able to tell you,
Hmm.
um, Proverbs, I believe it's hmm, 24, maybe. Man, I'm
That's okay.
off. Anyway, but it says a good name is to be valued and honored more than riches and gold. And that's I'm verbatim. It's
Right.
not really exactly how it says, but it just speaks about the value of a good name. And I get out of that so much that we have to honor what we do, what we say, and just really make sure that we're being that person of integrity in the earth.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
that. Don't y'all love that in the comments? Let me get some amen, some hearts, some, hey, Proverbs. I guess is that it? My director says Proverbs 22:1. I think
What? Okay.
that
Yeah, yeah. That's
that's the
one
one.
of them. I think I got something else in my mind, but I'll just leave it there.
Okay, that's good, my brother. So when we think about music, Merlon, e- especially jazz music.
Yeah,
Let me ask you this: why should people care about jazz music?
man, it's a very important art form that if we trace it back in the early, wow, I would say 1900s, and just follow it, we find so many originators that were African American.
Yeah,
Yeah, and mainly, and so I think it's one of our true art forms that we should cherish. Although it's began to, branch out and morph into so many things, and I think which that's just natural, and things should do as
right,
more and more people become aware of it. They're going to put their spin on this thing called jazz,
right,
and so therefore you have traditional, you have bebop, you have smooth jazz, you got all these different, and I think they're all legit and viable
right,
because when you're true to who you are, then you're going to take that jazz form and just kind of you get it and just kind of it's going to come out through the machine of your life and what
right,
your experiences are. For me, it's church. Grew up
right.
in the church, and so I have a strong church background and that style of music, and I learned jazz, and I just put the two together, and so that's kind of where I'm at.
Right. Because when I was reading a little information like on your bio about you, you had nine brothers and sisters, right?
Yeah.
A mom and your dad was a musician. Like, how was that growing up, when you were, as a child and in your house with gospel? How was that growing up for you all?
It was loud. Yeah, we always had music going, so that was the norm, and we loved it. All kinds of music. Well, mainly gospel music, and then
Okay.
after they were out of the house, maybe we'd pull out some other things we would listen to.
Okay.
But uh, and they all sang, most of them, and so singing was encouraged, picking up instruments was encouraged, just going at it. And then we went to church too. My dad was the pastor, so we had an open door there to just on Sundays and Wednesdays. Well, we were coaching, so 6 days a week we was at we were at church, and so we had opportunities to express that gift. I couldn't sing like my siblings could, and
Okay.
so I was kind of gravitated toward from the piano to guitar, and then I landed on sax, and I knew that was it for me.
Really, I was going to ask you because when you talk with a lot of our guests, I was wondering, like, was the saxophone like your first love? Did you pick up the drums or something else?
You said them all. So I started on the drums, and we
Okay.
had like 5 drummers at the church, and they were better than me. So, and my personality is not where I'm going to try and show you up or show you I'm better. I just kind of, all right, y'all can have that. And then my mom put me on piano.
Mhm.
Then I moved. Then my dad started teaching me guitar, and just then from there I moved to sax because she took me to a concert and I saw a guy playing the saxophone.
Okay.
Fell in love with it. I knew that was my instrument right there.
Right. Do,
Yeah.
do you remember, like, Merlon, like, do you remember like your first concert that you attended? You
My
remember that?
first concert I did was in December, New Year's Eve of 1999.
Wow.
Yeah, and I know because that's the year my son was my last child was born. It was my son, and I had a good friend who's a pastor who said, "I need you to come and be our guest at our New Year's Eve service." And I thought that just meant to play a song or two.
Mhm.
And he wanted me to do a whole 45 minute, like an hour concert,
Wow.
and that was just like mind-boggling to me because I just never played that long. And he
Wow.
encouraged me, and after that, I was off and running.
Like your sisters and brothers, are they professionally playing or singing like you?
2 of them are in the music,
Okay.
industry as singers,
Okay.
and then I play the sax. So yeah, the 3 of us out of 10, but everybody else still is kind of doing some music here and there.
Okay. I was going to ask you, you think about the Jackson 5, but I'm thinking about maybe the Divine 9, right?
Well,
Did y'all
they
ever-
did have a group. It was just called Divine, and it
Okay.
was my 3 sisters, and then a good friend who grew up in my dad's church. He sang, so it was like a quartet, but more like a Winans or Clark Sisters type style. And
Okay.
so we did that for many years, and I would play with them we go on the road and travel and share at different places.
Okay. I love that. I love that.
Yeah,
Hey, everybody's saying the Jackson 9, the family that plays together stays
I
together.
know that's right.
That's right. So, hey, everybody, I'm talking with saxophonist Merlon Devine. Make sure you go over to merlondevine.com, which is the website, which will be listed here. So we're going to take a break. Merlon, you all don't want to miss it. He's going to play a performance for us that you don't want to miss. So don't go anywhere. We're going to take a short break, and we're going to have a little bit more conversation right here on Artist Talk.
Hey everybody, I'm international recording artist Castella. Hey, have you had a chance to watch Artist Talk with Jazzie K Ward? Well, if you haven't, you can catch him every Monday on Facebook Live or YouTube starting at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And if you haven't, shame on you. Hashtag shame on you. But I know I will see you on Monday, right? Okay. Artist Talk with Jazzie K Ward.
Thank you so much, Castella. So we're talking with our special guest, Merlon Devine, saxophonist. I mean, Merlon, when I think about your music, I mean, you have other projects out like Due Season, Breathe, Unwrap the Gift, Set the Atmosphere, Volume 1. And your latest project, is it Soul Jazz?
Yes, the latest is Soul Jazz, and then I had one before that was called Now. So
Okay.
yeah, I've done like 9 full-length recordings.
Okay. So what's this project, Soul Jazz? What's different about it from maybe some of your previous work?
Well, these songs came to me during the pandemic,
Okay.
and I know a lot of artists were writing during that time because we couldn't do anything else. But yeah, these songs were given to me then, and it was just, it goes back to that story I told you about King Saul.
Right.
And I really believe music is supposed to touch every area of our life, our mind, body, and our spirit, and it can affect us. And so all those ways that make us better. And so those songs on the CD are really geared to just kind of hitting those areas of our life.
Okay. I love that. And I love the song, particularly Move. I mean, I love the whole CD. And I know, so like, who were some other artists you worked with on this project?
Wow. Well, a lot of producers, great producers I work with. And I would say Matt Godina,
Okay.
Who worked with me on the song Move.
Okay.
And then Lou Lang Jr., an amazing producer. He did most of the CD. And then Michael Broning, amazing producer out of Phoenix, Arizona, maybe. Anyway, he's out in that area. And he's awesome. And who else did I work with?
And you also had a song with my dear friend, Mr. Freddie Fox.
Yeah. Freddie Fox was on he was featured on one of my songs, and called Vigor. It has to do with just, hey, we got to live, we got to give our fullest in living, and live life to the fullest. And so, yeah, Freddie Fox is amazing. Did a wonderful job on that song.
Okay. Well, you know what? Without further ado, my brother, I would love to hear you play that song, Move. Everybody, y'all ready to kind of get up a little bit and move around? I need you to share the video, and I also need you to go over to Merlon Devine, everybody, and go ahead and download the CD, download the music wherever music is sold. And if you are ready, Mr. Devine, we are ready whenever you are. Give it up, everybody, for saxophonist Merlon Devine. I mean, brother, I think you was feeling that. You was in the groove.
I try to, every time I play, I want to make sure that it's coming right from here, you know?
Yeah, you know what? You could tell it was from your heart.
Yeah, yeah. I learned that that's the only thing that's going to really reach people if it's coming from a true place. Otherwise, it's just some noise, you know?
Right. Amazing. I mean, you just the comments are like, right. Everybody on here, pass the collection plate. Pass the collection plate. The doors of the church
are open.
They are open. Again, independent artist Merlon Devine. Go to his website right now, everybody. We all got another cell phone here. We got tablets. So while you're watching this live, go over to merlondevine.com. And I was getting some tweets too, Merlon, about can you get physical copies of your music too?
Yes. On my website, just merlondevine.com. We have it set up. You can go right there and purchase them. They'll go out the next day.
Merlon Devine. What about signatures? A lot of people want autograph copies.
Yes, there's a place to leave notes. If you want that, just let me know there, and I'll sign them. Some people don't want them open, so I just respect that. But yeah, I love signing CDs.
Yeah, I always tell people, I'm a little old school. You remember when you get your CDs and you open it, right?
Yeah.
You see the thank yous,
right.
Composer, producer. I miss reading that. I don't know if I'm just old.
Yeah, we miss that now, and so I think it's a good thing to still get physical CDs. I know we're in the digital world,
right?
And but I always encourage people when I'm out playing just to get them and send them to somebody else that may not have had the opportunity that they were having to hear me and see me live. Hey, help me get this music out. Just share it, send it out to somebody, and that way, and then you get your own copy digitally. So it's still good.
It's still good. Thank you so much, Nicole. Nicole says she will purchase supporting the artist. That's what it's that's what it's all about, y'all. merlondevine.com. It's about supporting the artist, and we're going to talk a little bit more about that in our conversation. Yeah. And we also have a health and wellness segment coming up. So we know Merlon just played his heart out over here, played his soul out. So we're going to give him a little break there. We're going to take a commercial break. And we're going to come back with a little bit more conversation. And are you ready for Dr. Chantel Graham to tell us about our health and wellness tip for this week? Well, you don't want to go anywhere. Continue to keep it locked right here on Artist Talk. I'm Jazzie K Ward.
Are y'all ready for this? TKBSDS Productions presents to you Beauty Shop.
It's time! Health and Wellness Check-In with Jazzie K. Tips for the mind, body, and soul.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the show, Health and Wellness Tip. We have our friend of the show, the one and only Dr. Chantel Graham is here. Dr. Graham, happy Monday to you.
Happy Monday. Happy Monday.
How was your weekend and how was your Monday?
It's too short. Weekends is always too short. Mondays is just Monday. But I'm glad to be here. Thank God for small favors,
Good. Well, Dr. Graham, you look wonderful. You're glowing. I know last week you talked about vitamin D and with the spray. But
yes. Well, today we're going to talk about where all of these things start, and that's in the gut. We're going to talk about gut health, which is linked to issues with cancer, skin, immune diseases, things like that. So we got to remember 7 things that will kind of show up if you're having bad digestive issues. One, you're going to always have an upset stomach, a lot of acid reflux. That's one trigger. Next, if you have a high sugar diet, that's going to affect your gut as well. Unintentional weight gain, which I'm a little bit guilty of. I'm going to work on that in a minute, but we're going to get back to that. If you're not sleeping well or you constantly have fatigue and tiredness, that can be linked to a bad health as well, gut health. Next, skin irritation. When you break out on your skin, whatever you put in your mouth has to come out some way. So if it's bad stuff, it's going to come out bad, whether it be in acne or rosacea. It can inflame eczema, things like that. Any type of autoimmune disease, it will affect that as well as food intolerances. Now, you may notice that before I can eat these things and it didn't bother me, but now I'm starting to eat it and it's starting to bother me. There's something going on in the gut. But some simple solutions. We're going to go back to that. The first thing is lower stress levels, and that's always easier said than done. When you have that stress, you do tend to store different hormones, and that will allow you to start building up fat, which is crazy, but it's true. Okay. Next, and I'm guilty of this, getting enough sleep. You have to sleep. Remember, when you're resting, your body's detoxing and it's healing. So you got to get those hours of sleep. I try to get 6, but they say 8. It depends on you and what your activities are. Right. Next thing, which is very simple, eat slowly. Chew your food. Right. Stop eating and watching TV and sucking it down, because the small pieces that go down, it's easier to digest. Bigger pieces are hard to digest, you know. Right. Stay hydrated. You got to get your water in. You got to get your water. Not with juice or coffee or tea. I'm doing my little pineapple, ginger, lemon drink. I'm trying to get that gut health already right there too. Take a probiotic or prebiotic. Next, you want to also check out listen to your body. If you're eating something and it's giving you reflux and it's burning, stop eating it. Change it. Too many things. We love this processed food and it is really killing us. And you're going to change your diet. You can add things into your diet like high fiber foods. Collagen is a good thing. You can get that in certain fish, or you can take a supplement for it. And one of my favorites we talked about last week, garlic. Garlic is amazing. And believe it or not, fermented food, things like yogurt, like sauerkraut, all that stuff gives you good prebiotics and probiotics. Because remember, in the gut, any average person has between 300 to 500 bacteria inside their gut. So you got to keep that healthy stuff in and get that best, because it's going to come out one way or the other, whether they come out in your skin or, you know, that infamous bubble gut. So the better you eat, the better you're going to feel. Okay.
I love that. And real quick, what's the difference? Prebiotic, probiotic. Did you take both?
Don't take too much, because what happens is you tend to start to go to the bathroom a little bit more. And when you go to the bathroom, you get rid of both good bacteria and bad bacteria. You know, I say a lot of it, listen to your body and don't overdo it. Eat a little yogurt. You know, don't go crazy. I got to go buy the best prebiotic and probiotic. Sometimes you can get it naturally. Certain foods, sauerkraut, yogurt is great. You know, things like that. You can just get it naturally. Don't overdo it, because that'll send you in the other direction. If you deplete too much, it's not going to work either.
Right. I love that. Okay. And Dr. Graham, let them know, how can they find you?
My website is theapplife.info or Dr. Graham at theapplife.info. Reach out to me. And don't forget to get your copy of Mia the Germinator.
Right. You got your book? Hold it up. You got your book?
You know, she's always on my shelf. That's right. She's right there. She's right there. So grab your copy. And if you want an autograph copy, go to my website. I will sign it for you and send it out to you.
Okay. Give them the website again.
www.theapplife.info.
Right. And Dr. Graham is also a life coach too.
I'm a life coach. I'm a licensed real estate agent. I wear many hats. You know, I'll sleep when I'm dead. Let me stop saying that.
I love it, Dr. Graham. But thank you so much. I love these help tips. And again, MERLON DEVINE. Had you heard of him before?
Shame on me, I have not. But I am now. And I actually went to the website on one of my other devices and I ordered my CD. I sure did.
We did. Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And when you get the CD, when you order it, you know, make sure you take a picture and tag the show in it.
Okay, absolutely.
And, you know, tag MERLON in it too. Dr. Graham, thank you so much for your health tip. And I hope you can stick around for the show.
Yes, absolutely.
And as always, we're going to see you next Monday.
Yes, you will. Yes, you will.
All right. Thank you so much.
Okay, take care.
Take care.
It's time. Health and Wellness Check-In with Jazzie K. Tips for the mind, body, and soul.
Learn any health tips? Did you learn any health tips there from Dr. Graham?
You know, I did. You know, eating slow. That was good. Just slow down. You know, because we get watching TV, like she said, and you're so into it, you're not focusing on that. I should be enjoying the food.
Right.
Sometimes we spend a lot of time sitting at the table and eating, so that's been good for us.
Right.
We talk, you just kind of, you know, enjoy the company and tend to take a little longer to take that meal in. So that's something I'm gonna make sure I focus on.
to focus on. You know, I can remember Merlon as a child. You remember you know how your mom used to say back in the day, boy, slow down and eat and chew your food. My grandma
Yes.
used to say that too.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think that's what's missing a lot of times, you know, with families. I miss that. And my mom has passed and grandparents have passed and dad have passed on. But I remember, when we would get together and we had real just conversations. I miss that,
Yeah.
with family, and we would just sit down and talk. It's kind of
I know.
something a little challenging to do that because I think we all
Everybody's yeah
like
on the
get-
phone. And our way of talking, we're saying, "Hey, check out this clip," and we're laughing. I mean, it's still communication, but it's not like what you said. How we used to just sit and pick each other's brain and see what's going on and talk about real life events and how are you feeling, how are you doing. So yeah, I miss that too.
Yeah, I miss that. And I see Kenneth, Dr. Graham, if you're still on, Dr. Graham, he wants to know about mucus in the gut. So I guess Dr. Graham she'll put that in a comment for you also too, Kenneth. But Merlon Devine, and back to the music, and also let people know what's the best place to find you and purchase your music. Is it the website?
It is merlondevine.com. Yep, I got all my CDs there and all the ones that are available, and you can also even do digital downloads through our site. So
Okay, I'm gonna ask you this, and I know this is probably a little challenging. Hey, my friend Roger, do you have a favorite song? I mean,
it changes. Yeah, it moves in different times with different CDs.
Okay.
And so yeah, it's hard for me to say of my own. Is that what you're talking about? Of my own?
Of your own.
Yes.
Yeah. Because I'm sure you'd like them all for different reasons.
Yeah, because they all have different, different purposes, different aspects about them. And I hadn't listened to my CD in a while, and it was on Bluetooth with my phone. I guess I was trying to pull up something, and I got in the car on the way home from the airport, and I was like, wow, this is pretty cool. So I found a few that I wanted to kind of keep going back to, So Move was one of them,
Right. Do you ever listen to your music and do you hear your music in the house or in your car, or you just say, you know what? No, who is that? You know what? That's me. That sounds amazing.
That's a bad brother right there.
Right. Do you ever say
I
that?
do, and some of it more than others. When I go back to the way beginning, I can hear like, whoa, production may have been this and that, but I can still hear the intent in my heart and the writing and the music. So it all blesses me, and I can all just kind of put it in its place and just respect it for where it was.
Okay. Yeah. So and I know recently you were performing on, I think, was it Friday or Saturday, the tribute. Tell us about Art Porter, Grover Washington Jr. tribute. I think it was yourself, Marcus Adams, and Brittany Atterbury.
Brittany Atterbury, yeah, that's correct. It was, and then Kendria, who was on here as well, on the comments. She had to leave, but that was her production, and Marcus Adams. They went together in on that. He's been doing this tribute to Art Porter, and so we just kind of pulled his friends in and asked us to help him on it, and it was amazing. And I love the Art Porter aspect because, again, he's from Little Rock, Arkansas. I'm from Little Rock, Arkansas, and I got to meet him before he passed away, and got to meet his family and know his mother and his brother, and so I feel really connected to the Porter family. And then, of course, Grover Washington. So we all did some of their music the whole night, and it just was an amazing audience, an amazing reception.
Okay. I love that. And we also have a performance. I'm going to ask my producer, are we ready for that? I want to show this performance of you, and we'll talk about where you were performing.
Okay. I'm eager to see what you got.
So everybody, I want you all to check out this performance by Merlon Devine right here on Artist Talk. Let's check it out.
Y'all ready to have a good time? Thank you so much.
Hey, thank y'all so much. I'm gonna take the credit. Did y'all hear me playing the saxophone? I was back there in the way in the corner, y'all.
I think I heard you, man.
You heard me. I was trying to do a little. Next time, Merlon, when you need some vocals on there, call a brother.
Okay. Hey, shame on me. I didn't know.
Shame on you. That's right. Dr. Graham says feel good music. I think you answered it. Lawrence Ross wanted to know, like, what city are you in?
Yeah, in the DMV. You're not Southern Maryland. Yeah.
In Southern Maryland. So are you doing Castella said beautiful sound, super
Thank
cool.
you, Castella.
Yeah. The venue was beautiful. Where were you performing at?
So that was at Wildwood Park in West Little Rock, Arkansas. So that was in October of last year, and they had me in for their concert series. I pulled my band together there in Arkansas, man. We had a good time. That song was called Stirred. And that's on my Soul Jazz CD, the latest one.
The latest CD, y'all.
Yeah.
Everybody, by the sound, everybody on this live, go download the CD right now, merlondevine.com. Even if you have the CD, gift it for a friend. I believe in support. A lot of times I have so much music. A lot of times I don't have time to really listen to it like I really want to, but I just gift it, or a lot of my friends just like, hey, you need to listen to this artist. Because, Merlon, a lot of times we get so, we'll listen to the same people over and over, and it's so much music out there, right? Yeah. There's so much support, and with you being a independent recording artist, what's been some challenges for you, Merlon, maybe to even get your music heard?
Yeah, finding venues and getting distribution, making sure we can get marketing to get it to as many people at the same time and not just a little bit here and there. We want to just hit as many people as we can. So we thank God for like places like you who are, using your influence to get us out to people that we hadn't met, like tonight, the doctor and so many others who say, I didn't know about them, so those things help us a lot.
That's great. Question, is your music on Spotify?
It is. It's on all digital download platforms. And then, of course, the physical copies through my website.
Through the website. Jackie, hey, my friend Jackie. She said, I love jazz. It feeds the intellect to the mind and it calms the soul.
Yeah, I agree with that, Jackie. Yes, ma'am.
It does. You're absolutely right. And yes, Kenneth, it is available on Amazon Music.
Yes.
So, Merlon, what's your thoughts today on today's today's generation in music?
Okay. And it's so much happening, and with technology advancing in the way that it has, you got And we're just with social media, of course, we're able to hear and be aware of so many great talented people all over the world. You know, back in the day, in our days, 70s and 80s, you know, you just knew your
Right.
community. You might know
Right.
somebody in the next city that did something, so we got more now. We have more opportunities to be inspired and to get,
Right.
you know, and it increases that time of how we're able to increase in our skill as well. But it also have a downturn side, you know, because you have so many things to compare yourself to. It can make some people slow
Right.
down and stop and be like, "Well, I'll never be able to get to that level by that age," you know. And it's not about
Right.
that. It's about a personal development of just getting better every day, just focusing in on how can I increase.
Right. I was
Yeah.
going to ask you that. Do your kids listen to your music?
Oh yeah, yeah. I think they do. You know, when I'm around, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, they listen to it and they tell me, you know, "Hey, Dad, this song is cool. I like this." You know, so they're very
You like
supportive
it? That's
all through the years of you know, them growing up and me doing music. They've always listened to it and gave me some great feedback. You know.
okay. Are they musically inclined too? Your wife and your kids in it?
Now, my wife is a music appreciator, and I think she probably knows more about music than most of us in our family. I mean, she has music history, but she's
Okay.
not a singer or a musician. But now my kids, all three of them are musically inclined. They
Okay.
either can sing, play instruments. You know,
Okay.
my oldest one, she can sing, but she doesn't really go, you know, go outward with it. But
Right.
my middle child and my youngest child, they're amazing. My daughter, she plays the guitar and she sings, and then my son, he plays guitar, piano, sings, produces.
Wow.
He does
That's
everything, you know, so they're
okay.
amazing kids.
Okay, that's great. Do y'all think y'all do something together, Merlin?
You know, that would be great. I know, that would be cool to do, you know, 'cause of course they're amazing and they have great ideas. It's funny, my son, he's a producer too, so he's been putting out music, and he said, "Dad, I need you to play on something for me," and so I played on, and he sent it back, said, "Okay, I need you to fix this and this and this," you know? "I don't
Right.
like this part, let's change," and I'm like, "Whoa." He's
Right.
telling me what to do.
I get. I love that, and I think again, it always goes back to support and what can we do, Merlon, to continue to support you and other amazing independent recording artists? Because I tell people, you know what, indie artists, you're not signed to some major label that's giving you, like you talked about, distribution.
Yeah.
You're not getting $1 million distribution deal to put this music out. A lot of this music, I'm sure, the money, financial part is coming out of your own pocket.
Yes, that's true. And I would say the biggest thing is to share our music with others and become that distribution team that we need. I can never reach, you know, so many people, but I can
Mhm.
get a few people to say, "Hey, I'm sending to 5 people that I know," or tell 5 people about your music and what you do. And before
Right.
you know it, it's just expanding and blossoming.
Right. And
Yeah.
just like Kenneth said, you know, artists are using social media to go viral. You know,
Yeah.
it's inspiring. And Colleen says another ear is so important.
Yeah.
You know, it's about sharing to me is caring. You know,
Yeah.
it's like, hey, you heard this guy named Merlon Devine? Like, no, I never heard of him. You know,
Yeah.
you remember that
Go to
commercial?
YouTube, check them out.
Or you too. You remember that commercial back, it maybe was in the 80s or early 90s, where remember they would sit on the floor, listen to the music, and the brother said, "No, my brother, you got to get your own."
Yeah, I remember that.
Remember?
Yeah, yeah. He was like, "Yeah, no, I'll let you hear it while we're here, but you can't take it with you. You gotta
You,
go get your own," you know?
you know, you were excited to hear about music, about that. So can you tell us, share anything that's coming up, any shows that you're doing, any live, you know, maybe on your own social media sites that we can see?
Yeah, you know, I'm traveling. I'll be in a lot of states coming up here, Houston, Tampa, Dallas, Chicago again. Wow. I play locally at some restaurants in my area on
Okay.
Fridays when I'm in town. And so all those dates are on my website, merlondevine.com. I keep them pretty current, and you can just scroll down and see when will he be close or in my city, you know.
Okay. Yeah, please let us know. And I'm like, Merlon, we need you to do like a live concert, something on your page where maybe we can support you. Hey, the tickets,
Okay.
$10, $20, or whatever.
Hey, let's do it.
And
Would you guys come? Would you guys come over there in the comments?
everybody,
Yeah.
you all will come, right? If
Yeah.
Merlon does a live concert on his website or social media, we will buy a ticket. We will definitely purchase a
Yeah.
ticket, right? Chantel says she is there.
All right.
She's there. So, so Merlon, let me ask you this. If I was to get in your car right now, like, who are you listening to? Who do you listen to?
My radio stays on watercolors.
Yeah.
So, and I love smooth jazz. So, and I'm always listening and making sure that, the inspiration that I'm getting and the songs that I'm feeling are really kind of current and matching what I'm hearing on the radio as much as I can,
Okay.
And so it's whoever's on watercolors, XM satellite radio, I'm listening to, constantly. My family gets like, can we listen to something else today? At times, but that's for me, it's just relaxing and it's just good study. I'm learning as I'm listening.
Okay. So before we let you go, Merlon, I wanted to ask you what any words of wisdom that you can leave us with, some young man or some lady, hey, they want to be in the music business. They want to play a saxophone. What words of wisdom or encouragement that you can leave them with about the business?
I would say every day, just a little bit at a time. Don't look at the whole picture. I mean, don't let that distract you. You know that you will get better every day with consistent practice. Just don't quit. That's what
Right.
I would say. Because again, I like with social media and our ability to see so much,
Right.
it can be discouraging to know how can I get there from where I am now. And so I
Right.
would just take a piece at a time. Just start small, but
Right.
stay consistent. You're gonna get better. You're gonna gain ground. You're gonna grow if you
Right.
just stay with it.
Right. And I think also educating yourself and learning the business.
Oh
Because
yeah.
you hear so many artists, and especially during the pandemic time, some artists say, well, hey man, I was used to the grind. I was just on the road. This technology, social media, I didn't know anything about it. I didn't know how to set all this up. It's like,
Hey, that's me. I gotta get, there. I'm not as social as I would probably should be or could be in using that tool. I
Right.
was slow to get on Facebook, and my wife was telling me, hey, this is where it's at, this is happening, and I
Right.
finally got it around 2008 or 9, it's like, okay, I'll
Mhm.
try.
Good
And
job.
then Instagram, it was like, okay. So it's still something I'm getting used to, but I understand it is very, very needed. And
Right.
it's a great tool now in the
Right.
world because we're moving so much faster. And so that helps everybody to stay current.
Right. Okay. So Merlon, I do this little segment called Shame on You. So people are supposed to put the hashtag shame on you in the comments. So somebody could be a lucky winner. They can win a little surprise from me, Jazzie,
Yeah.
from the show. So make sure you go ahead and do the hashtag shame on you. And then we're going to see who the lucky winner is. And if you don't have a shirt, I don't know if everybody's seen, you can win one of these shirts. You can also buy it. It says shame on you, my website. I think I have red, I have blue, black, gray, So somebody's going to be a lucky winner. So do hashtag shame on you, and we're going to randomly pick someone on the show. So my producer, whenever you are ready, sir, we can we can get that going. Don't forget, merlondevine.com is the website. Download the music, y'all. Download the music. Okay, so I think we're ready, and we're going to see who's the lucky winner for tonight. Okay, let's go. And so, Merlon, I would love for you also, while he's getting that ready, if you could, can you take us out with something? Do you have time to
Yeah,
take us
yeah.
out of the show?
Yeah, I got another song I like to do, and it's from my now.
Woo! Thank you so much, Colleen. Congratulations to Colleen. Colleen, send me a message in my inbox. Let me know your color and your size, and we'll get that out to you.
Yeah, that's
So Merlon, what do you want people to take away from your music?
just great inspiration. I want them to feel better. I want them to feel refreshed. I want them to feel invigorated. just encouraged. Those are the things I want people to feel after they hear me play.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
we love it, my brother. Again, thank you so much for coming on the show. It was amazing. Hey, I learned a little bit more about this brother. You continue to have my support each and every Saturday on WVAS. I wish I was there more. I used to be there a lot more during the week, so I could play a lot more of
I
artists who I
appreciate it.
love and their music. And we appreciate you so much. And we would love for you to play us something and take us on out of the show.
Yeah. This is from my Now CD. It's called Still Standing. And I just think it's great, especially where we are now coming out of this pandemic and just trying to trudge forward and go and get back into things, get back to the new normal. A lot of us are still here. We're still standing,
It's still standing, my brother. Again, ladies and gentlemen, saxophonist, recording artist, saxophonist Merlon Devine. And this is Still Standing. Go over merlondevine.com, which is the website. Go download the CD, y'all. Let's take it away. Whoa. Man, Merlon, that was an absolutely beautiful song.
Thank you so much.
Woo.
Thank you so much, man.
I mean, it was like really ministering to my soul. It was
Wow.
just that beautiful.
Yeah, yeah. You know, I wrote that. I mean, we got to go. I'm sorry, man.
We're good.
The floods that would happen in Louisiana, not Katrina, but the later ones in around Baton Rouge area, and that's what that song came for, like 2013 or 14, whenever that happened. And I was watching all the churches that I had played for, and they were all underwater. And that song came to me, and now all those churches are standing. They're doing strong. They're doing well. And that song was just an encouragement of me, like God's saying, they're going to stand. They're going to be strong. They're going to be able to bounce back from this, you know. So, and that's how we are in life. We get a lot of things that come toward us, you know, challenges and all kinds of things like that, but we can still stand through those things.
Yeah, you know, that song, what project is that song on?
That's on my Now CD.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, you know, I think about when, when I get up every morning, I'm just gonna have to add that on my playlist.
Yeah.
It just, I'm telling you, the song is absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much for giving us. There's a project right there.
Yeah. That's it.
Wow, that is a beautiful, 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 beautiful song. Hey, and let people know how to contact you, Merlon, if they want you to come perform, they want you to come to the church, wherever.
Yeah. My website is the hub. I have all the information there. MERLONDEVINE.com is where you get me. And so I'm also on Instagram. It's Merlon Devine. On Facebook, it's Merlon Devine. Everything is Merlon Devine.
Right. Well, I'm thinking about that song. When I get off now, I'm going to go listen to that song again.
Go ahead, man.
I'm going to go listen to that song again. Thank you so much, my brother, for coming on the show. Continued blessings to you and your family.
Thank you.
You have my support. Everybody, by the sound of my voice who's on here, please go and support indie artists, support Merlon Devine. His website is listed right here, merlondevine.com. My brother, thank you so much. Can you hang around just for a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much. Okay. Hey, everybody. Saxophonist Merlon Devine. Thank you so much, Dr. Chantel Graham, the App Life Health and Wellness. She's a life coach. Check her out. K Ward Radio. Make sure you like the page. Congratulations to Colleen on winning her, her Shame on You shirt, which you can purchase the $20. She won hers tonight, right? Shame on you if you don't get a shirt. KWardRadio.com. Just hit me up on Messenger, K Ward Radio on YouTube. Like the page. There's a little right over here notification. Hit it twice. KWardRadio.com. Join me. Any artists that would like to be featured on the show, there's my information there. Mailing address. If you'd like to support the show, PayPal, Cash App, no donation. It's too small. I appreciate it so much. Saturday Jazz Affair, each and every Saturday, Alabama State University, WVASFM.org. God, wow. Thank y'all so much. This was an amazing show. This was an awesome show. MERLONDEVINE.com. Hey, guys, have a great rest of the week. Remember, make sure you be kind to yourself as well as to others. And if you don't, shame on you. Make sure you take care of yourself and your mental too. That's so important. Okay. Hey, guys, have a great night. We'll see you next time on Artist Talk.